Hi, this is Eric Kaufmann. I want to talk about anger today. I was just last week facilitating an executive team offsite, and the COO got really mad at the CEO because the CEO unilaterally rescinded an offer that the CEO had made to a potential vice president. As soon as the conversation went there, the CEO got defensive and angry and wouldn't have the conversation. It reminded me almost immediately of a situation not that long ago when I got really mad at my daughter. I got mad at her because she was behaving in a way that was inconsiderate, was hurtful, and was clearly going to alienate her from her friends. Anger, it's become fashionable in our culture. If you look at political debates, it's really just about who can be the angriest, because we have made in the leadership role anger seem like it's passion, like it's commitment to mission, like it's a sense of creating motivation through anger. Well, what we really don't see is that anger is fundamentally a mask of fear and anxiety. And how so? Even though it's become fashionable to think that it's moral standing, that it's a form of caring, that it's cool, it's really divisive. It's really hurtful. It's really not producing value or making a contribution to the community, to the society, to your team, or to your business. So, why do we get so angry? I reflected on why I was getting mad at my daughter. And what I realized was that I was getting mad at her because I was caring for her. I was concerned for her. I was mad because it was so obvious that she was doing things that were changeable, things that were not necessary, things that were ultimately hurtful to her. That wasn't really explaining the depth of my anger. I got even more curious about it and realized that I was afraid she's going to screw up. She's going to fail. She's going to miss opportunities. She's going to blow it socially. That wouldn't explain the depth of anger either. So when I went even a little bit deeper, I realized what I was really afraid of was that if she screws up, I look bad. Basic parental experience. Most of my friends recognize this. If she screws up, I'm going to be seen as a failure of a father, incompetent. In a similar fashion, I asked the CEO to reflect on what was he really angry about. Yes, the VP was the wrong choice, but why did he rescind it like that? Why was he so angry when asked about his decision? And basically it came down to this. He recognized that he was duped. The person whom they interviewed ended up not being who she said she was, and when he found out, he got pissed. He was mad that he was duped. He was mad that he was tricked, but most of all, he was really frightened that had he hired her to head up the function, a critical function for the business, the thing would have fallen apart and he would have been heading and overseeing a failure. That terrified him. So, what do you need to do when anger arises? Because anger is normal, it's natural, it happens to all of us, but we've got to figure out a way to get to the root of anger. Underneath anger is usually a layer of hurt, some injured ego, usually much older than the actual incident that you're dealing with. And underneath the hurt, almost always, is the root of anger, which is fear. Fear of rejection, fear of humiliation, and fear of failure, making up the triple crown of anger and fear. So what can you do? You can do three things. One, count to 10. Yes, your mother was right, your grandmother was right. Count to 10. In the space of counting to 10, you're doing a couple of things. One, take a couple of deep breaths. When you breathe deeply, you're reoxygenating the system, you're calming the body. When you breathe deeply, you're moving your attention away from the anger and towards your body, allowing yourself space to calm down. The second thing to do is ask yourself this very simple question. What's really frightening me? Is it looking like a fool? Is it embarrassment? Is it losing power? Is it failure? Am I afraid that nobody's going to really follow me? Am I afraid that I'm going to be embarrassed because I said the wrong thing? What are you really afraid of? And three, ask yourself, what do I really want? What do you really want that's bigger than the fear? Do you want connection? Do you want trust? Do you want success? Do you want achievement? Because those are not possible in the realm of divisiveness, hurt, injury, and just negative energy being spewed all around. So, my invitation to you, don't be a coward who's manipulating people with anger. Be a courageous leader who inspires people by building trust and being transparent. Good luck on the journey.